Coming up on Valley News Now, we go live to some breaking news out of Moorhead on the Red River underneath the Main Avenue Bridge. A water rescue underway with crews from both Moorhead and Fargo. We have a live report from the scene coming up in just moments. Also, a deadly officer-involved shooting out west. We have all the details from that coming up. Valley News Now is live. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this Valley News Now digital update. Some breaking news to start things off. Around a little over an hour ago, we received a call over the scanner of a water rescue at the Main Avenue Bridge in Moorhead. We sent a crew out there, and that's where we find Jessica Bringe now, our Valley News Now reporter. Jessica, what are you guys seeing out there? I've heard some action just in the short time I've had you guys on the line here. Kind of what are you guys seeing as far as these water rescue efforts go so far?
Devin, the most recent development is the use of a chainsaw. As you mentioned, both Fargo police and the fire department are out on the ice actively trying to break through, searching for an individual, as again you mentioned, that fell through the ice. That reporter on 225 this afternoon. If you take a closer look at the scene, you can see a couple of watercraft out there. They're in the clearly more open part of this space, but there is that just sub-layer of ice. And they've been out there for at least a good 45 minutes. It looks like actually they seem to be pulling something up here. We may actually be seen. So why don't we take a moment here. It does look like they are pulling someone out of the water. They've been out here since 2:25. This is a very developing situation. If they've been underwater for as long as we believe that they have, then this person is likely deceased, but we can't confirm that at this time. I can say there is a body being pulled from the water, though, at this time. This is on the Moorhead side of the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Incredibly active situation. Seen a tragedy. So, Devin, we're going to continue to follow this story, but at this moment, I want to say
Jessica, thank you so much for that. Thank you very much for that report. We'll check in with you guys here in a bit here as we continue to follow this developing story. Like Jessica said, a tragic situation out there in Moorhead right now. We'll await word from officials on what we know so far. As of this point, we don't have very many details about what led to the incident or the victim involved or what's happening with this water rescue. Stay tuned with us here to Valley News Now as we continue to follow this developing story. We're going to move on, checking in with our weather department now, turning now to your forecast. Warm up underway across the region. Temperatures climbed into the upper 30s this afternoon and even warmer days ahead. Warmer Wednesday could push into the 40s and 50s for some areas. Russ Thomas joins us now for more on what we can expect in the weather department.
Monday afternoon to you. This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. We made it past a very cold week, and especially on Saturday, those temperatures struggled to reach the double digits in most locations. Now, we're seeing a warm up. Doesn't necessarily feel all that warm today thanks to that south breeze, but we are seeing 30s, even a couple low 40s out there across the region. This week overall is going to be a nice one. Temperatures every day above the average except Friday afternoon. That looks like the one day we have a mix of precipitation, a little rain, little snow out there. Temperatures falling throughout the day, but then next weekend we recover nicely. Looks like Wednesday, Thursday, and then next Sunday are going to prove to be the warmest days with highs in the 40s and for some even in the 50s. So we're getting there. Spring only less than 3 weeks away. Trying to see that spring weather push the cold winter weather out. Winter weather saying, hold on, we're trying to stick around here. So eventually we know that the spring, the warmer weather will win out. But for March, it's going to be a little bit of back and forth. So again, we're going to take the win this week, just about every day above average. We're going to get lots of sunshine with the exception of Friday. So again, hopefully you get the opportunity to get out and enjoy the nice weather this week.
Thank you so much for that, Russ. Make sure to download your Valley News Live weather app to get the very latest on our forecasts as the ever-evolving forecasts in our area continue to change and develop. Let's move into some of our headlines for today. A man is dead after an officer-involved shooting out in Williston early this morning. Williams County Sheriff's deputies responded to a disturbance call involving a firearm around 1:30 a.m. on Highway 2. When deputies arrived to the scene, they encountered an armed suspect and shot him in the leg and torso. The suspect was taken to Tri-State Alexius Hospital, where he later died. His identity has not been released at this time. 2 others involved in the incident are also being treated at the hospital. No deputies were hurt. The North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation is now handling this investigation. One more of our headlines from today, and then we're going to go ahead and check back in with our crew at the Red River as that water rescue continues to develop out in the Red River under the Main Avenue Bridge in Moorhead. Let's go ahead and look at this story from out in Minnesota as well. A Fergus Falls man is behind bars after a stolen vehicle chase in Otter Tail County. Deputies say that 41-year-old Rene Torres took off in a stolen vehicle Friday night near New York Mills. Deputies used tire deflation devices and a pursuit intervention technique, or a pit maneuver, to stop him. Torres faces charges of motor vehicle theft, fleeing in a motor vehicle, and third-degree burglary. He is currently held at the Otter Tail County Detention Facility. We're going to check in with our crew out in Moorhead here momentarily. It looks like we're having some issues with the feed, but we did just hear from them at the top of the show as well. We do have confirmation from our reporter on scene that a body has been pulled out of the river. We don't know the condition of the victim. We don't know any identifying factors at this point. We also don't know, frankly, what led to this incident taking place. I did see we got a response from our the public information officers in Moorhead. Oh, we do. Okay, this is the alert we just got from Moorhead officials. Moorhead Fire and Police Departments responded to an incident involving a water rescue near Main Avenue and 3rd Street South. That's where we had that live report from earlier in the show. Fargo Fire and Police were also dispatched. When the initial call came in, there weren't enough details to determine which agency had primary jurisdiction, so multiple departments responded to ensure that the situation was covered. After coordinating on scene, supervisors from the departments determined the individual involved had come from the Fargo side of the river, so Fargo police are the primary source of information on this case. That was the live development that we just got from the Moorhead side of things. I see our feed is back for our crew at the Red River right now. If you guys are ready for another report here from Jessica Bringe with the very latest, we are of course on live on the air at the top of the show when they pulled the body out of the river, or pulled we don't know the condition at this time, but we do know someone was pulled out of the river. Let's go to Jessica Bringe now at the Red River for the very latest. Jessica, obviously a very quickly developing situation out there. Kind of where do things stand as far as you guys have seen right now?
Yeah, Devin, this has been a very quickly moving situation since we got here about 15 minutes ago. We saw crews, as mentioned, fire and police on the Moorhead side, actively searching in the water, trying to break through the ice to find a body. And just in this area, we did see just that. A body was pulled from the water and quickly taken off the ice by emergency medical crews. You can actually see them on the far left here. It was that crew right there who transported the body over to a waiting ambulance, where I'm sure life-saving efforts are going to continue. However, this call did come in, as we mentioned before, around 2:25, and that body was pulled from the water around 3:40, just before 3:40, maybe 3:35. As we were live, we saw it happen. Right now, efforts are wrapping up. You can also see that here behind me. We have police leaving the area, fire trucks, a lot. I would say a few dozen members of both fire and police have been working very hard. Out on the ice, there were the 2 rafts to pull that individual from the water. We are going to, of course, continue to follow this story closely, get an update for you on the victim's condition, as well as work to learn what happened, what led to this individual ending up under the ice, Devin. But tragic and really intense. For now, live. I'm Jessica Bringe, sending it back.
Thank you again for this for that report, Jessica. Again, stay tuned with us here at Valley News Live as we continue to monitor this situation. We're still waiting on details of the incident from officials, but we do know what we've been able to report so far that we caught live during this show. Let's go ahead and close out with just a little bit of a tease for what we can expect in our shows later on tonight. Valley News Live reporter Anna Ballweber joins us with more on what she's working on that you can see tonight on Valley News Live at 6.
Coming up tonight at 6, a Fargo senior living community, they're looking for answers after they say both of their only working elevators have went down. It's called Elliott's Place. It's right off of 45th in Fargo. Now, these residents are saying that both of these elevators are not working, and some of the apartment residents who are on the second and third floors, they're not able to go up or down the steps, so they have been confined to their apartment units. So I will talk to the Fargo Housing Authority who owns that building, and you can expect when those elevators might be up and running again, coming up tonight at 6.
Thank you for that, Anna, and thank you all for joining us for this afternoon edition of your Valley News Now digital update. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Obviously, we did have the live report from the start of our digital update where crews did recover that person out of the Red River. If you do want to go back and watch the beginning of it, I do caution you, we haven't had a chance to go back and review what we caught live at this time. It was a live stream. Viewer discretion advised there moving forward. Valley News Live at 4 starts in just about 13 minutes. Duke Schindler anchoring that for you. He has you covered with the latest headlines here in the Valley News Live newsroom and beyond. Make sure to download your Valley News Live news and weather apps to keep yourself informed moving forward here. But for now, for your Valley News Live digital update, I'm Devin Fry.